Hey beach people, welcome back to the channel. A little different today. We've got two products here we're going to be looking at from Hyger. They were nice enough to send these to me to do some testing on and for a new tank. So the first one, we have one of their dual little sponge filters here with the biomedia on the bottom, nice long sponge, and the intake tube. And then of course this is the one without the power plug on it. So of course we needed an air pump, so they sent me along this little air pump here to go with it. So we're gonna get these out of the box for y'all, show you what's going on here, and there'll be linkages in the description for both of these, and they gave a special discount code. Boom, it's just my username, Lefty3213A. Add that at checkout, 15% off. So let's get into this little first impressions review video for y'all. Okay, so we're going to start out with the sponge filter here. Get this out of the box for you guys. So first thing out of the box, bio balls for the bottom of your sponges. Next, manual. We're not gonna need a manual. Bye. All right. Tube. Airline goes here, air comes down into here, bubbles come out here. Suction cups go on the back here, like so. Now we got the actual filter. So these sponges here, I like, now this is again first impressions, so I like how they have ridges here. That's going to give more space for your beneficial bacteria to get in there and grow. Now, if this is just a static sponge, you'd only have this surface here. But by them cutting this groove in here, you actually get more area for your beneficial bacteria to get in there and grow on it for you. So you pop these off. Now you've got airplane machine guns on the front. Just kidding. All these little holes here. Now take these caps off. This is where your biomedia goes, down here. Take cap off. No, I'll take the whole thing off. So it pops on. Cap slips off. They give you extra sponges. So you buy one of these, you're going to get 2 extra sponges, one in each cap there. So you can put these in a safe place for storage. Then you would take your biomedium here and you pour it inside of these cups. Also, just make sure you, they put stickers on these because a lot of people don't realize there's actually sponges in them. So just make sure you take these stickers off before you stick this in your tank. Don't do that. I just had an explosion. So I'm going to get some bio balls here. Little balls here, so it's going to give all this area, surface area, for your beneficial bacteria to grow on. I'm going to stick these inside my cups. Try and guess about half and half here. Okay, those are now on. Take my caps, put my caps back on. Get the other cap on. Now again, for maintenance, if you want to do maintenance on this, you could easily remove one of these, leave the other filter running, because I know some people are worried about taking their filters off completely. If you have your sponge on there still, you can take the whole thing off. Makes it for easy maintenance, because sponge filters can sometimes be bad to maintenance if you got to take them out of your tank. This way, you take the whole thing out. You can wash this whole thing off at once. Keep it running in your tank. You don't have to worry about any type of, aeration or filtration issues while you're cleaning. All right, let's see how easy this sticker is to take off. It's a clean cut right there. I don't feel any residue. Let's try the other one. Get a little corner here. A little corner on the bottom. That's beautiful. I was wondering if there's gonna be any residue left over. That's two clean containers there. No residue left behind. Okay, let me get my sponge back on. The other cool thing about this one is these knobs here, they're completely adjustable. So you can configure, if you want to put this on the side of your tank, or you got weird configuration, you can do weird configurations with it. You can put them upside down if you want. You could leave them both right side up like normal people would. You could put them forward. If you want to have them facing outward like this, and then this part be stuck to the glass. It's entirely up to you how you want to do that. So nice and customizable there. You could probably put other things in these besides bio balls. You could put like lava rock and other things down here if you don't want to use the bio balls. I'm sure you could put some of the rings and whatnot down here as well. Even some stones, you know, something that battlefish bacteria can grow on. You could even put a finer sponge or a coarser sponge in there if you wanted to. Extra filtration that way. So our neck here slips on right here. You're gonna give it a little, I'm assuming, a little push down. Get in there nice and tight. Actually, you know, I'm gonna remove this so I can get in there easier. Just make sure it's in. There you go. You hear that snap? So now this isn't gonna fall off. That snap is what you want to hear. Okay. Maybe I should have read that manual. All right, let's put these back on. So this is what's going to look like when it's all put together. Now this top here, also adjustable. So again, if you have this against the back of your tank, say this is the, so this will be the front. Normally you need to have it this way. If you want, you can have it pump on the back. So when the air bubbles hit the glass, it's going to disperse them easier. You can go to the side. Some people even hook up more PVC pipe and do like a weird snaky thing. Airline tubing is going to go right there. Our suction cups we have here are going to go on the back. They're just going to pop right on there. Get in there. There we go. A little tug is not going to come off now. Let's do the same thing with the other one here. I'm going to move these out of the way so you guys can see better. Okay. Right there. Push. You hear a little pop, and now it does not come off very easily. So there you go. That is this all hooked up now. You're going to suction this part to the back of your tank. It'll face out this way. Again, fully adjustable. So let's get this in the tank after we look at the air pump. Alright, so next up we've got the Hyger Aquarium mini air pump here. This is good up to 55 gallons. Let's get this box open. So in the box, they also send you a little baggie here, which has an air stone, a check valve, and a small bit of airline tubing. And here's the pump itself. Standard, you know, air pump. You got the little Hyger symbol right there on it. It's got little feet pads. It's got this little loopy thing here. I'm wondering if that's if people, you know, want to like stick it on the back of their tank or something. I'm not sure. I have to look into that and let you guys know what this loop in the back is meant for. So again, they were nice enough to use airline tubing here. So let's look what's in here. Got your clear, regular old airline tubing here. If I had to guess, it's maybe a foot to 18 inches. Air stone, nice beefy looking air stone there. And a check valve. So when you go to install this, you would need two separate pieces. One end is going to go this way. Stick on this end here. Other end would go here. And what this is going to do is it stops water from backing out if for whatever reason the siphon on your actual airline gets messed up. I've never actually used one of these before because I've never had to worry about it and I've never had an issue. It's also got a little arrow there on you so you know which way to go. They sent it to me. might as well use it anyway. It's a decent amount. It's not going to be super big, but if you're sticking this, you know, on the side of your tank, and it's not a very big tank, this would have no problem reaching the bottom. So, you know, standard airline, you stick it on. This does not feel like the typical, you know, airline tubing you get. It feels a little bit more malleable, so I'll have to see long term how it holds up. But you push that end in there. You either hook up an air stone or an air pump or your sponge filter to this side, and you're ready to just drop this in the tank. Now let's stick our airline on here, like so. Oh, and this is, oh, look at that. We learned something new. This is extendable. You can extend it well, as far as it comes out. Let's get our airline tubing on this right here. Okay, I usually like to push it down as far as I can, just so it avoids, you know, popping. It has a nice seal on it. I'll do a little twist too. So there you go. Now we've learned that this tube is extendable. So you got a nice length here to work with if you would like to have it increased. So there you go. That is the these guys. I'll get these in the tank. We'll see how this guy sounds. I'm interested to see how these little feet things react. I'm assuming they're supposed to be some type of shocker or whatever to reduce movement and noise. The only pumps I've used so far are Tetris, so that's what I'll be comparing this to once I get this all set up and plugged in. Just real quick, I was slipping through the manual here. So with the check valve, you've got two pictures here. Instructions say if pump is placed below the surface of the water and tank, you must install the air pump with check valve, which is that first one right here. And then number 2 says place the air pump 20 centimeters higher than the surface of the water in order to avoid backflow. So as long as your pump is above the water line of your tank, you should not need the check valve here. But they also show you right here how to install that check valve. So you would just put a small piece of airline tubing coming out of it. You would then put the arrow pointing towards your tank and install it that way. Again, I won't be using this because it will be above my tank, but if I do end up putting it below my tank, I will definitely put it on there. So, Hyger surprised me. I was only expecting the air pump and that other dual sponge filter. They also sent me one of their electronic ones. So this is the same thing as the dual sponge filter, with one main difference. So here's the box. Again, you get a user manual, bio balls just like the other one, your main tube here. Now if you notice, there's something missing on this tube compared to the other one, because this pump, rubbers again, has an internal little air pump here. So this tube is going to go on here. So it's a nice fit. You're going to want your little nubs in the back, just like the other one. Same thing, push these on, it's good to go. This is a pump. Instead of an air pump, you simply plug it into your wall. So if you're, you know, stretched for space, you don't want to run the airline tubing, this is a good option for you. Nice internal pump. I already plugged this thing in. It's extremely quiet. So, same thing, it's a dual sponge filter. Got spare sponges in the bottom, just like the other one. These pop up just like the other one. This cap's gonna come off. That's where your biomedia would go, which again, they're nice enough to send you with some. Same kind of thing. So the link for this one will also be in the description, as with the discount code, which also applies to this if you want to check one of these out as well. So I'm going to get this in the tank now too, and we'll do a quick recap at the very end. Alright, so we've got the air pump turned on here. I'm sure you guys can hear it there. It's a, I don't know, maybe about the same loudness as a Tetra. Now I'm probably going to end up putting another windowsill behind the tank here, but for right now, we'll stick it right there. Of course, it's a little loud. Not sure if we played around with it a little bit, though, we could probably get it to sound a little bit better. Depending on where you put this, you know, you could change the sound. I'm sure you could put it on something or modify these little feetsies. Maybe cut the nubs off or something. But for a quick one tank system, this probably will do you just fine. It's also not going to break the bank. Let's see if we can find a nice spot for it. Alright, so I went ahead and stuck it on my windowsill here next to my air conditioner. And as you can see, it's, well, kind of quiet. So definitely going to work out very well. Alright, so here you can see I've got the one that takes the air sponge right there. Our regular one is there. The water's murky because I emptied an old few sponges in here to help start this tank cycling. We ended up putting the air pump over here. It's relatively quiet now, so that's good. So I just got it hanging here by its air line. So there's, you know, a decent amount, a little bit of flow. You can see the debris moving around here. I might angle because I can change the direction of the angles. I might push them both facing this way toward the corner to help with heat circulation. But overall, I think, there you can see the bubbles coming out there. Again, they're fully adjustable so you can determine which sides you want them to go on. So it's really a personal preference. Either you want one that's got to take an airline, or you want one with an internal pump. So thank you again to Hyger for sending me a dual sponge filter and an air pump to go along with it. Again, product descriptions and links for these will be in the down there. They'll also be in the pinned comment if you want to check these out for yourselves. Get one. You can also use discount code LEFTY3213A in your checkout to save 15% on any orders you make from that store, whether it's on the sponge filter and air pump here, or anything you figure I want to check out from good old Hyger. Big old thank you again to Hyger. Thank you guys all so much for watching the video. Leave me a comment down there. Let me know if you've used these products before, what you think of them. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, y'all.